Me too. I was really sick the week before, so I told you I couldn't
Yeah,
come on Friday. I was sick for like a week, so I'm glad I got that out of the way before I went on the trip.
yeah, that would have been bad.
How have you been, Vincent?
Good. Busy, good. Back to glad the weather's good now and kids' last day of school today, so summer is officially starting. But good. Well, I think this might be it today. Everybody's good? Everybody's had a good week?
Hi, everybody. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Merrily. It says iPhone 7 because I have a new phone. I haven't had a chance to program in my name.
There you go.
I've been following ORAAT for several years now. I'm a widow. I'm in my golden years, as they call it. I'm a senior citizen. Have had my late husband and I have had rental properties. Um, and at the point in time, he had Alzheimer's. So I had to divest myself of some things to take care of him. But now I want to get back into doing some of that. So I'm a newbie again, but I thought this would be a great opportunity. I have two areas, possibly three, I'm narrowing down. I'm looking Western Tennessee, outside of Louisville, Kentucky, and way over in Casa Grande in Arizona, which is south of Phoenix, about an hour from my other rental houses in the past were in Tempe, and we rented to students from ASU.
Awesome. What was your name again?
Say again, please.
What did you say your name was again?
Merrily. It's like we
Ma-
roll along or we go gently down the stream, either one.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, first of all, sorry for your loss and thank you for showing
Oh,
up
that's
today.
quite all right. That's quite all right. He's in a good place now and
There
left
you
me
go.
with something to do with what we have left. And I loved having rental properties.
Yeah.
It was something I've always really enjoyed, and I thought, why not kind of get back into it? So
Where are you from or where are you located?
I'm in Ventura County, California.
Okay.
So I'm very familiar with Arizona. Not so much yet, even though I'm kind of, meeting a few real estate people over in Tennessee area and
Mhm.
haven't quite started. My son is possibly moving from Alaska to Kentucky. And so he's
Wow.
been giving me a little bit of insight. He's a pilot, and so therefore, his home base is, or his
Yeah.
employer's home base is in Kentucky, but they love Alaska, and so it's going to be a big move should they move. But he's been sending me some info too. So
There you
that's my
go.
short version.
Yeah. Awesome. Lindsay, is that by you, Ventura County?
No, further down. I'm in LA County still. I mean, not too
Uh,
far. You're probably like 40 minutes away from me or so.
Right, right.
And do you
awesome. Well,
do
thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here today. It's always good to have people on and interested in what we got going on. And yeah. Mr. Kevin, good morning. How are you?
Morning. How are you? I'm doing well. First time in the accountability group. Just wanted to see what was going on because I'm from upstate New York, and my wife and I invested in Biloxi, Mississippi. So just kind of we're in the same, out of state investing and just seeing what's going on.
Yeah. Awesome. You said New York, right? Upstate?
Yeah, upstate. I'm about 3 hours north of New York City.
Okay. Is that like Buffalo area?
That's Western New York. I'm
Uh,
probably 2 hours south of Albany, the capital, and then New York City, Delaware County is the approximate area of where I live.
okay. Awesome. I've never been to New York, and that's one place I want to go to and eat.
This the city's got great food, and then upstate New York, we got the mountains and supply New York
Yeah.
City with the water.
Awesome. Well, Merrily, Kevin, we just meet every Friday. We kind of just share wins, losses, experiences that anybody's gone through, had, or kind of what we have on the plan moving forward or horizons coming from here. And everybody just kind of shares their experiences. Or I'll tell you guys a little bit about me. I'm in Northern California. I do fix and flips here locally where I live, and then I invest in Montgomery, Alabama, for my primary out-of-state market. So I've been doing that about 5 years now, and then yeah, Lindsay and I just kind of get on here every week and talk about what we have going on and go from there.
And
Sounds
I'm
great.
Lindsay. I invest in Gary, Indiana. I live in Los Angeles. I'm starting to do some bedroom rental and in LA too with ADUs. So that's what I'm doing.
You're a brave person to do it in Los Angeles. California is far from the easiest place to be a landlord for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be more like a house hack. I used to be a travel nurse, so I used to rent out to travel nurses. So hopefully I can still do that. We'll try it out.
Well, Lindsay, what's the update with you? It's been a couple weeks. What's going on with the ADU, with the rentals? What's going on there?
Oh, the ADU is moving along. I have drywall up, it's matted. So now we're gonna move into interior finishes.
Mhm.
That should be done next month, probably.
Yeah.
And I have a friend that's moving back into into the LA area in September. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna rent it out to her
Mhm.
or I'm just gonna put it in the market before that hits. That's coming. And
Mhm.
for my rentals out there, I'm cashing out refi out of two properties that I finished rehabbing. So I'm in the process of looking at DSCR loans and rates. The only thing I don't like about DSCR is my first DSCR loan that I
Oh,
do. It's the prepayment penalty.
yes, the 5 4 3 2 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will get with you after the call. I've narrowed it down to about four. I'm doing a cash out refi on four right now for portfolio. And I've been vetting out different lenders, and we talked about a couple weeks ago. I found a new lender who goes down to 55K, and his fees are decent. That's just what I've been vetting out as different fees for these lenders right now. Prepayment penalty, admin fees, origination points, all that kind of stuff. So I've been narrowing it down from there. So I've got two or three I can send you, and we'll talk about after. But yeah, I'm doing one as well.
Could
It's a
I
fun
ask a
project.
quick question, being new to the group, and I'm sorry if I hold everybody up. Lindsay, what is the NCRI?
NCRI.
Yeah,
She said DSCR probably, I think.
Oh yeah, DSCR.
okay.
It's a type of loan product that is not backed. It's not like FHA or conventional loan. It's spelled debt service coverage ratio, which it's basically like a business loan, but it's a 30-year fixed loan product, just like a conventional would be. And instead of looking at the person's income, they look at the property as a business. So if the property, for example, based on the rental market in your area, is bringing 25% more than the mortgage would be, it would call that 1.2 or 1.25 ratio. Then
Okay.
that means that's a good product, that's a good house to lend on. So a DSCR loan could be potentially put on. You can use it to buy, you can use it to cash out refi.
Thank you. I understand the terms when you explain it. I just wasn't sure what the letter
Yeah.
stood for. Thank you.
I put it in the chat too, Merrily, so you can see a visual of it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Who are you currently going with, or who are you thinking you're going to go with, Lindsay? Do you know?
I use Jerry Padilla from Prime Lending in the past, and he does my process pretty smoothly, but
Okay.
he's quoting me 7.5.
Yeah,
And
that's kind of what I'm doing.
yeah, so I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. It's a cash
Yeah.
out. It's a
hmm
75.25, yeah.
If do you have a relationship with Kiavi yet?
No,
Have
but
you
I'm
done any?
receiving their emails.
Huh?
I've been receiving their emails.
Yeah, they're the lowest right now, and you would actually, I think you would qualify as a pro member.
Mm.
So you would get, I think it's 1 point and 995 admin fee, and that's all their fees are.
Oh, okay.
If you have, I think you have to have 5 in 3 years. I want to say 5 transactions in 3 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have that, I think you'd qualify for that. So check out, they do cash out refis, long-term debt, everything as well. So, but I'll send you a couple other ones too.
Okay. Thank you.
This is a
Mr.
great
Ryan.
topic. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, Kevin. Sorry.
This is a great topic because I'm glad because so with my wife and I own a condo on Biloxi, and been getting letters for opportunity to cash out refinance or refinance because it's a 7.6 interest rate, and been considering it because we've got considerable equity in the unit now, and looking for I guess I don't know opportunity to come up with some funds to reinvest again. And is there a method to the madness to what would you do to refinance, or what do you look for? Obviously, you said you're vetting multiple agencies or whatever to do that.
Mhm.
Like, do you? So like, I only got it. So my mortgage is through Wells Fargo, and they're the one that sent me the letter.
Yeah.
And would you not go through your original lender?
So that's a good question. So it depends on how you bought the property. So it sounds like you already have long-term debt, 30-year debt on the property, right?
Correct.
So then I traditionally would not cash out refi those right now, just because rates are so high. I don't know when you bought it. I'm sure you probably have a better rate than 7.5 though, right?
No, it was 7.6, and we bought it a year ago.
Okay,
Literally
just bought it. Okay.
a year
So
ago.
we're doing cash out refis right now for properties. I don't know, Lindsay, if yours was a fixer, but so we're buying. These are like more for burrs. These cash out refis that I'm doing. So I'm buying distressed properties, fixing them up, renting them out. Doing a full rehab, renting them out, and then I'm refinancing out to get all that money that I put in the deal back, and then move on to the next one. So it all depends how you finance it, right? So if you put long term debt on it there, but you said you do have a lot of equity in the deal.
Yeah, because we bought it. The unit needed full makeover. New
Yeah.
flooring, paint, updated appliances, and everything. And then since paying extra on the mortgage.
Mm.
I would say that we've got considerable equity built up in it.
Have you looked at a second or a HELOC on it?
So I have not. I have not even really done any research on it because of just first time, and when we did this, we kind of just did it on hope and a prayer, and it's
Yeah,
actually worked out pretty well.
good.
And we're just winging it. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know exactly which lenders. I don't have any properties to do it on, but a lot of them now are doing second on investment properties or HELOCs on investment properties now. So that may be an option if you have considerable equity in the deal. I'm buying with short-term debt a lot of these properties, so I'm using private money, I'm using my own money, things like that. Excuse me. So I want to get that money back out, right, back in my pocket or back in the investor who brought me the deals, brought me the money in their pocket and move on to the next one. So that's why
gotcha.
I'm cash out refining. So I did 4 rehabs. I'm just bundling them into one portfolio. It's not the best rates right now, but I'm still, as long as the deal works, you're still cash flowing and you're still getting your money back out.
Sure. Okay.
So that's what I think. Lindsay, are you doing a similar thing? Is that a rehab property or?
Yeah, I purchased with cash, rehab them, and then now I'm trying to tap into the equity, force equity. But Kevin, if you have a conventional loan, I mean, conventional and DSCR are pretty comparable right now. The only difference that I see in is DSCR has a more closing costs, like a little more expensive closing costs. So if, like, for example, a conventional loan, cash out refi normally would cost you like 2% of the loan on origination fees, then a DSCR will cost you 3, 4, 5%. It depends who you go to. That's why we shop around. That's why Vincent and I were comparing different lenders to see that term sheet, to see like how much money is it going to be taken out of the closing cost as well as the rate.
Okay.
But if I had a choice, I would go conventional. There's just my debt to income ratio doesn't allow it right now.
Yeah. And a lot of the times DSCR doesn't have a seasoning period. So a lot of these properties I'm cash out refining, I bought this year. One I bought last week. So I'm trying to cash out refi that one in a month. Once we're done rehabbing it. So like there's no well, these lenders, there's no seasoning periods. Some have 3 months, 6 months, a year. But I'm just trying to get in and out of these, put long-term debt on them and move on.
Could I
Vincent
ask,
is
Okay.
But it
humble.
is
He's like
expensive.
turning the units so fast they can't even see.
What's that?
You're turning the unit so fast, like you're so humble. It's like, oh, I just need to get in and not get out.
Oh yeah. Well, the one we're doing now is vacant. It's the first vacant one in a long time. So I was like, you guys better get this done in a month. Like let's move on with this one. So they're starting today on it. So we'll see. Things are gonna go. I mean, things are gonna happen, right? I like to start the refi process about 2 weeks before we're done, a week to 2 weeks before we're done. That way, once I get that 10 in, the appraisal hits, and I just move on because it's like 30 to 45 days of closing for these portfolio loans. But
could I
I'll
ask
show.
could I ask a quick question? Lindsay, the DSCR loans, as I'm getting to understand them from you, what do they typically, do they ask for a down on that? What is the typical down that they require?
Yeah, so when you're purchased, I think what you're seeing is 25%.
Okay,
And normally I think 20 to 25%. I haven't heard any 20s recently, 20% down, but on the cash out refi, some of them will let you take out 85% of the equity on the property, but it comes with the price of higher rates.
right,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
I understand how that works.
I think I heard.
So are you talking about buying, Oh, sorry. Lindsay, go ahead.
Yes,
Fine, yeah.
yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you.
So I was gonna send. Yeah, the lender. I think it was the first week you were gone, Lindsay. I sent out this new lender who I actually used for a purchase. They're called Turnus. They're the ones that go down to 55K for a lot of these lower income or lower purchase price properties. But they do 80% LTV, so you can come in with 20% down. They have ARM loans, 30-year fixed, and then cash out portfolio and all that. So I can send you that as well. But they do bridge loans, transactional loans, wholesale loans, which I like. All different fix and flip. But yeah, so this one, Merrily, that I'm doing, I was gonna pull up the terms, but this cash out refi on 1, 2, 3 of the properties is private money. So I'm actually gonna be getting a check back when I cash out refi. I'm going to pay off the investors, pay off myself, and I'll actually be getting an excess check back because I bought the property so low, depending
Okay,
on my rehab amount budget. So, but there's fees associated with that, but it's going to come out of the close. So I'm not bringing any money to the table for this cash out refi.
okay,
But I want to get the maximum amount back in my pocket. So that's why I'm betting
sure,
out whose fees are lower. And at this rate, we're talking about, $500 to $1,000 a difference, but I'll take it.
right.
Different, picking out which lender to go with.
Got it. Thank you.
Morning, Esther and Belle.
Oh, he's probably working.
You saying something to me?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? I missed you last week. Where you been?
Aw, thank you. I'm back. It's
Oh,
fine.
World
good.
traveler.
I know it. It's good to see you back. It's good to see you back. I hope everybody's doing well. So
You got any trips planned, Mr. Val? You guys
no,
going
nothing.
anywhere?
No. I got a
Nothing?
daughter. I got a daughter that's in college, and she got exempt this year. She's supposed to be staying on campus for 3 years. She got exempt, so we are moving off campus. So all our trips, all my vacations, gonna be going to Jacksonville and moving
There
her.
you go.
So yeah, that's what happened when hey, that's what you happen when you got kids in college.
Yeah.
Get her where she need to be, and then I can do that super vacation thing. You know what I mean? So
There you go.
yeah, but hey, it's all right. We still gonna have some fun in the sun, you know.
Hey,
Well,
Vincent.
anybody else got anything going on? Ryan, how's your project going?
Vincent, do you mind to put the lender on the chat?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
I can email you guys that what I emailed last couple weeks. I found the email, so if you guys want to just drop your email, I'll send you these all their terms and what they offer.
That's great.
Yeah, if you want to put it in the chat, I can send over all their options. Sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
Oh yeah, they're going good. They're just kind of finishing up the painting right now, and then I'll be putting in the furnaces and water heaters and stuff, and start looking for a tenant here, hopefully shortly once the inspection pass. And then I got another deal locally here that I think might be closing on here shortly. Just
Oh,
gonna be
good.
kind of a quick lipstick flip in and out, and make a little, nothing crazy,
Yeah.
but make a little money and get in and out on it, and kind of a good starting project. So it'll be good.
That's at home. They're doing a
Yeah.
flip at home. Nice.
Yep. Yep.
How much longer do you think you have on that rehab, the one you're looking for a tenant on?
Let's say maybe like 2 weeks. I'm hoping.
Post it. Post it. That is if you have pictures, post it and just start the
Yeah.
vetting process. Like start looking for tenants, start, interviewing, talking, getting their resume or getting their applications.
Uh-huh.
I would at least, and maybe a little bit closer, but if you gotta post some pictures of the property, of course, but if you have any good ones, I would post it. I wouldn't wait till it's done, because it's gonna take a
Okay.
little while and you don't want things to sit vacant if you don't have to, right?
Sure.
Especially a lot of these areas that we invest in. I try to minimize my vacancy times.
Right.
Because they will
Okay.
come in and take a brand new AC.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm worried about. I'm gonna have to get
Yeah.
security in there, I guess. So
Yeah.
You was talking about security, Vincent. I was watching one of the last shows. I was doing the rerun, and I bought 2 of those cameras yesterday, the ones that you were talking about. So so I think that's what I'm gonna do. And great advice, because I heard one guy basically that's what he was saying too. Like, time he closed on it, he was already vetting. I think the day he closed, the tenant was moving in like the next day. And I'm like, that's how you get it done. Cause see, I got mine out there now. It's just been sitting. And so I had to holler at my property manager. He, and like I said, hats off to you. I know you've been saying, hey, you've been doing the property management, and I definitely know it's something that I could do. I was just trying to pass it off, but it's like the more that I listen to you all, and jump on these things, man, everybody is putting in that work and they're making it happen. So I kind of had to get on my property manager yesterday because he listed it, but then wasn't really getting no leads. And I'm like, because he had to just post it in the county that the house is in. And I'm like, man, post that thing over into the other county, and then he hit me up this morning. Oh, we getting some hits now. And I'm like, we should have been had somebody in there, but I can't really get mad because this is just, what y'all preach or what y'all talk about. I do start doing your own property management, then you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Uh-oh, did y'all hear me?
Yeah, I don't think I got
Okay.
the update. Was the eviction day passed?
No, I'm still waiting on that. I had to put the other guy out. A guy, he was in there 5 months. I had to put him out because he was out there doing stupid stuff. So I had to put him out. He getting into it with the neighbors and not picking up the dog poop and all of that. So I had to put him out. So that's the one I'm talking about that's kind of sitting there, because we didn't have to do much to that one. Thank God for that one. I didn't have to do much to that one. Just had to clean it up a little bit. But now it's back ready to go too. And then hopefully this week I should get something else from that's right, you wasn't there. I told Vincent. I told him. We missed the I missed my call. The attorney dropped the ball and we missed the call for the lockout. So we back on the list. We're back on the list to get another call from the sheriff so we can do this lockout for that one. So yeah, we busy. We busy. Rocking and rolling. That's what we're doing. So
Real estate investing.
absolutely. You said that to a T.
Yeah.
But no, definitely appreciate what y'all bringing to the table for sure.
Yeah. So those cameras,
y'all,
Mr. Val, those cameras, that you get a month free of SIM card service.
okay.
After that, you can either add onto your phone plan, or I think you could buy into theirs. I don't know what their fees are, to be honest.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a solar powered camera. You can move it from your phone. I don't know if you've played with them yet, but yeah, they're cool.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I thought about. I think I'm gonna go out there this weekend and mount that one and just see how I do. So.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what I do on those is at night I leave the light on. So there's a bright light that just shines, and you can just leave it on. So I just leave that on just to show that it's there, right?
Yeah. Got you. Yeah. I appreciate it. All right. I'm gonna be quiet.
No, you're good.
Could I ask what the name of those cameras are? I have need for that.
I will send them.
Thank you.
Uh, yeah, so I don't have any of these on my out of state stuff. This is all for my stuff that I have here at home. Um, oh, they went down in price. Nice. But I really recommend these. You don't need you don't need power to them. They're solar. Like I said, you can everything's on your phone. There's alerts, all that stuff. So I put it in the chat for anybody interested. And I think they're only $49 now.
Yeah,
Mr.
they are.
Ravi,
Yeah, I did see that. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I had the one in my cart was the silver one, I believe, and I think it was a little bit more. But then when I clicked the black, yeah, it was definitely on sale. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So when you just said that, I was like, oh yeah, I did see that. That's why I went on and snatched up too. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be quiet again. All right, bye.
I heard,
Mr.
well, I was on vacation. I did my first eviction.
Oh, how did that
My
go?
property manager did, but yeah, they moved out of actually my place in Hammond, so total
Wait, that
cost of
quick?
eviction. Yeah,
That quick?
it was ongoing since the tenant stopped paying in I want to say March.
Oh, okay.
And then we had the eviction notice April,
Mhm.
and then we like May, which is when we finally evicted him. We give him like an additional 2 weeks to get out of the
Mhm.
house, just so he doesn't destroy anything.
So how was that experience? If you want to talk about that a little bit.
It was easy for me. I mean, like I do have a property manager. She has an eviction attorney. It was $650. I think after 1 month of mispayment, the judge just granted eviction pretty quickly.
Did
So
you or did the property manager offer cash for keys or any other or negotiation things or
no,
no?
no. It was ongoing since last year, September last year. They started paying late. But since I get disbursed at the end of the month, I wasn't really being affected.
Mhm.
So it started paying late, but they will pay the late fee. So I would get like an additional $100 on top of like what the rent
Yeah.
was. So I was really not pressed about the tenant, but my property
Mhm.
manager then finally stopped paying like April, I think. And then they said that we're not gonna pay anymore. And then we had to take the court.
Yeah.
Good that you get the late payment. Like, for me, like, the late payment that the property manager gets it. That late payment fee, right?
Yeah, that's a negotiable though. You can
Mhm.
talk to your property manager and negotiate that.
Yeah, probably I should. I'm
Mhm.
I'm thinking of self-managing myself. I'm working on it. So
Wait, Ravi, your property manager gets the late fee?
yeah. Yeah. Then I checked it. It's in the contract, they get the late fee.
What?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know. I've never heard of that.
Mine does
Yeah.
that too.
I heard that. I heard that
Every
before.
single fee, like if they take 2 weeks to pay, they're getting every daily fee, late fee, all that.
Yeah. Everything they get. Now I supposed to get the payment on 3rd, but I get sometimes on 10th or 15th, right?
Yeah.
I suffer, but she gets benefited.
What? Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that's
How are your guys' late payment, like Lindsay and everybody, how is your guys' late payment fees structured in your lease? Minus the property manager, like how are they, when do they have to pay? What are the late fees?
It's past the 15. So there's $100 fee past the 15, and then they have to pay it to keep up. If they pay late at the end of the month, like let's say the 16, they have to pay the rent and the late fee.
Yeah. Okay, so I do the 5th, and then you have after the 5th, it's a $50 charge, and then after that's $20 daily charge.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'm not playing. You got 5 days.
Yeah, you need to pay on time.
Yeah. But yeah, we do that. So I have a tenant. She's been with us probably 5 years now. Like she's one of the first ones, and she's late all the time. So, but I mean, she's been around so long. I really don't mind. I know she's gonna pay, but I mean, I make so much more on her late fees, and it's like okay, like take your time, take the 2 weeks. It's fine. You're paying an extra couple $100, but she does it.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people pay like, that late fee, it seems. I don't understand that, right?
I don't
Sometimes
understand
people
it
they
either.
just don't pay for 2 months rent, but they pay the late fee. Like, what are you doing? Like, why you
Yeah,
just
you
losing
knew this
money?
date was coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I
might
didn't know
just
about the
pay like
property.
750, like the first payment, and then they'll pay the next payment just before the late fee kicks in too. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's their paycheck when it comes in.
Wow. That's crazy about the property manager thing, Ravi. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
Because
then
that actually kind of incentivizes them to want them to pay late, right? Because now the property
Right.
manager's making more money. Like they're probably telling the
exactly.
tenant, like, "Oh yeah, take your time and pay whenever you want."
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, why sometimes I get paid on 3rd, sometimes I get paid on 10th, right? I was checking with property manager. She said, oh, they are paying late. I said, so that means that they have to pay me that late fee, right? Said, no, you don't get it. I get it. You will read your contract. I went and read my contract. Yeah, that's true.
Would there
Are
be a
yours like that too, Ryan?
would there be a possibility if
Yeah.
they pay by, say, the time the late starts of giving them back 5% or whatever, rather than have the late fee go to the,
Yeah, something I
is it?
have to negotiate. Yeah. So I'm trying to self-manage now. So I'm working on it. Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you self-manage, I think we talked about this before. I use Turbo Tenant, and I like them so far. I pay for their accounting side of it as well, so they do a lot of the bookkeeping things. I'm hiring a bookkeeper, but that for now I track a lot of my expenses through them, my rental expenses.
Mhm.
So Turbo Tenant is a really good program, which I've used. I know Himlane's great. There's a few other ones that are good, but I like Turbo Tenant if you do
great.
decide to self-manage. And I think
You
it's cheap too. I want to say it's like 60 a month or something like that. Oops.
if you self-manage, why don't you say you wanted your hypothetical numbers? Do say the end goal, you want the rent to be $300, but okay, charge them $350, but give them a $50 discount if they pay on time. Would that be so? I don't know if it went into court, like would late fees stand up, or would they still just be on the hold for just for the rent rather than so? But if they, like I said, pay on time, then it's just a discount and probably get your money more on time, and that money's not going into somebody else's pocket.
Yeah, I feel that's kind of like incentivizing to pay on time. I feel like is kind of holding hands. Like you're supposed to pay your rent, your mortgage, whatever your bills are on the date they're due anyway, right? So if you're
Yeah.
like, hey, I'll incentivize you if you pay this on time. No, just pay your bill on time. I don't know. Like it's you're kind of like holding their hand, right? And I mean,
Just gives
it
them feel like
possibly.
they're winning. Now they're winning rather than everyone's getting what they want, and they've got this self gratification of, oh, look at this, I got this deal.
Yeah,
When my
yeah,
late
that
when my late husband and I used to have our properties in Tempe in Arizona, one we rented out to college kids, which surprisingly worked out pretty well. They took better care of it than our long-term renters in another house. And the other renters, we got so tired of late fees when my son wrote up a new contract and they wanted to stay, that starting the second, the rent was due on the month, but they were always late. Starting the second, it was $25 a day. And sometimes, I mean, I would sit there and think to myself, do you have any concept? I mean, they would have these pachinko games and stuff all over their living room, find these things on sale, and I'm thinking, but you're paying $25 a day, and they were usually at least 15 days late. So
Dang.
we made a lot of money,
Mhm.
but it was just, you sometimes wonder, did you not learn anything about economics? I
Yeah.
mean, why would you pay to rent the same space with a surcharge every single day? But they did for like 4
Mhm.
years. So
Yeah.
More
kind of
money in your
funny.
pocket. Yeah. Yeah, the thought process on the whole thing is definitely it's a different level than kind of what we think and how we think. So yeah, there's still a lot of my mortgages on these properties are $400-500 and they're paying me 1,400 for this rent. So like, why don't you just buy this house? But no, people don't know how to, or there's a lot of ways on this. It's a lot to think about, and maybe just don't want to, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's definitely different. Well, anybody got anything else? Any other wins, losses, big items, questions, anything?
I would just like to thank you all for allowing me to join, being a newbie. I've got a page full of notes already, which is great things to check out and look up and whatever. I really, really appreciate the opportunity to spend time with you.
Yeah, well, Lindsay and I are here every Friday. Unless he's traveling the world, we're here every Friday, and everybody's more than welcome. And yeah, Mr. Robbie, Val, Ryan, and Kenny, everybody's usually here, and we
Yeah.
just talk whatever we have going on and try to help out and provide value wherever we can.
Yeah. So I want to just ask a general, maybe it's question or comment, right? I have multiple buy boxes,
Mhm.
like one in Florida, one in Gary, Indiana, and one in Texas. So I think I'm seeing like a lot of price drop recently. So what do you guys say? Like, is the same thing you guys also observe? Like,
Oh
do
yeah, that's
you see a
that's
lot of
that's
price?
for you're talking about for stuff on market.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
that's good for us, right? Like all that inventory price drops, that's really good. So that's where
yeah,
I'm just throwing disrespectful offers, right?
yeah,
That one person could buy it. You don't know what they're going through or what they have going on. That one person could buy it at that 50% offer of what whatever. Just throw it or meet in the middle or something.
yeah.
So
Even
it's a
in
good
like
thing. I mean, it sucks for on the back end. So if you want to cash out refi, but if you get it for a good enough price and there's good comps in there, there's ways to get around that. But um, yeah, I think it's a good thing for us right now for on market
yeah,
items.
yeah. Even like in California, right? Where I live in my community, past at least like 5, 6, 7 years, nothing was selling. Yeah,
Hmm.
this summer, I see that there are 6 houses listed for sale.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think
it's
people want
it's
to sell.
scary. I've got 3 coming on market here soon, and I'm scared because a lot of things are sitting. And I
Yeah.
got holding costs on these houses, so we'll see. But I'm just trying to price them right and get these off the books and go. But yeah, it is scary right now. The market's definitely changing, but it's good too because a lot of investors are backing out of the flip game. So I have less competition here at home because people are like, I don't want things sitting on market. Well, I'll buy it. We'll figure it
Mhm.
out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it is scary. A lot of people are scared to buy, and rates aren't. They're going up a little bit. So
Yeah, yeah. 8%, right? At least 8% for
yeah.
investors. Yeah.
Any conventional wisdom about, I know that, as it's always said in the group and with Michael Zuber, you can't guess the market, and I understand that,
Yeah.
but any feelings about going forward, maybe next year, what we might be looking at, because you all have properties and you're in the know and I'm not.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
Lindsay, I
exactly
don't
right.
know.
Like the Zuber says, like, don't wait for the market to go down, right? If the movement is right, if I am getting 5+ yield, I will go for it, right? If that market is good, the neighborhood is good, I will go for it. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
Yeah,
leaving
I don't
under
know.
that
Oh, go ahead, Lindsay.
assumption. Yeah, I'm leaving under the assumptions that rates are gonna stay the same or increase a little bit more for the next year or so.
good. That's what I hope to hear. Just go for it. Find the good deal and do it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's really hard to speculate what it'll be, and I kind of just like Lindsay, just prepare for the worst or the same, you know. And yeah, it really only hurts kind of my flips right now. It really doesn't hurt the
Mhm.
long-term thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, it is definitely different. They're different time right now. Things are sitting so long on market.
Yes.
And I the last property I just sold, I only had one off, no, well, two, one offer on the property, and it was in an area where I'm used to getting 5 to 10. So yeah, it's definitely a different time, odd time.
Do
What's your
you
plan
do?
with that moving forward, Vincent?
What's that?
What's your plan with that moving forward?
Buy lower. If I can get these properties for a lower price, I have better spreads. Prepare for longer holding costs.
You're just going to build in a
Uh,
bigger margin.
yeah. So I have a bigger margin, prepare for longer holding costs. It's all about how you flip the property too, right? So a lot of people, one I'm selling as kind of a middle fixer, kind of like we're not doing a full rehab, but we're not doing nothing. So people like that where it's going to be priced a little lower. Somebody can come in, they can redo the bathroom, stuff like that, and they can fix it up a little bit over time. This is the one that also caught on fire, so I'm in it longer than I want to be, but yeah, just prepare for the worst. Flipping is, yeah, you'll see, Ryan.
Did your insurance company do about that fire
Oh,
that issue?
we're literally replacing one 2x8, 16 feet. So I don't even want to open the door with insurance. Yeah, it was there's fees with the city. I'm already probably $600 in with the city. Yeah, about $600 in with the city right now. Additional
Okay,
couple weeks of holding costs. So that's
okay.
what's hurting now. But literally, the job is replacing a 2x8. And I was kind of talking to the inspector yesterday. Like, we're literally replacing a piece of wood. Like, let's get this done. Come on. Like, and
Yeah,
they're talking like 6 to
gotcha.
8 weeks to approve my permit. So I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, yeah, that's good stuff. I'm glad it wasn't nothing crazy with your insurance company.
Yeah. I didn't even want to open the door with that, but it probably would have been worse or longer.
Yeah, that's so true. Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
good stuff. Okay, all right, cool
Yeah.
deal.
Awesome. Well, anything else? Anybody? Miss Lindsay?
No, I think like you, I'm gonna be shopping around for my refis.
Oh,
Get some
yeah.
money
Yeah.
back, pay back my HELOC, which is, holding over my head.
Yeah. I'll call you after this and I'll share what I found. Yeah, but make disrespectful offers this next week. Everybody just
Who's
offer a
buying
quote.
here right now,
Huh?
current? Who's buying in the call, actively buying?
I will buy, in next couple of months. Thanks, Lindsay, for that, Gary email, Gary, Indiana.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm looking into it. Yeah.
Yeah, if your guys are buying, look on market, make disrespectful offers. You never know. Figure it out from there.
Yeah, before I buy, like I want to go there. I want to go there and check it out myself,
Mhm.
Mm.
So
I'll
that's
be
what
there
I.
in September, Bobby, if you go.
Oh, September?
There's
Okay.
a conference in Gary, Indiana in September, so if anybody's interested.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking of going in July.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's see. I will let you guys know, like before I leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Vincent, I don't know if
Yes, sir.
you answered this. Sorry, guys. I've been busy this morning between family obligations and business and work.
Oh,
Um,
good.
what what's going on with your that flip you're doing with the fire? Like what was? Are
Yeah.
you just are you repairing it, or are you having to go through insurance, or like what's
Um,
tell me about it?
yeah, so the fire happened, attic fire happened in the garage, very,
It's an
very
electrical
minimal
fire, wasn't it?
damage. Huh?
Wasn't it an electrical fire?
Yeah, so electrical fire in the attic of the garage. We show up to the or my guys showed up to the property, told me about it. There's literally a 2x8 that's just charred. So last week the inspector came out, she looked at it and she thought it was way worse than what it really was. So she did a quick inspection, told me what I need to do. I had to draw plans. I had to all this stuff for literally replacing a 2x8, nail patterns, the type of nails we're using. It was just a lot for it. So I submitted all that last week. I finally got my permit and we're on the scheduling inspection thing. So I've been spending this morning and yesterday trying to schmooze the city to try to get me in quicker than 6 weeks because we're just doing a quick replacement. So I got the inspector's number and her and I have been texting and trying to get her out next week to just approve it and go because I have no power at the property. So our utility company pulled the meter because of the fire and I can't get it until this permit's approved. So my guys are using generators and extension cords right now. So um once hopefully next week she comes just as a quick approval, we get power on and I can get this on market the week after because we're almost done. So we're almost there.
Yeah,
We'll see.
you'd be getting it on the market in July.
No, I want to get it on market the week after next. If we get power, we're all we
Oh,
gotta do is
okay.
throw counters in. Yeah, I'm putting counters in this one and
Okay. Then yeah, you're a
yeah.
week out then.
Yeah. So I'll get this one on market, and this is my kind of a little flip. We didn't do much. We did floors, paint, and counters. That's it. We didn't do bathrooms. We didn't do really much else. So
So it's like basically lipstick flip.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what this area. This isn't like a high end area. It doesn't need much. It's more a kind of blue collar area where the people are working and they want to work on their own stuff or fix up their own property. So it was supposed to be get in and out of this one, but the fire is what's holding us up. So learning lesson definitely.
Who do you have do your plans for you?
The what?
Who do you have do your plans?
The guy, actually my contractor did them, and then I had to revise them. They're actually right here. I drew it on a piece of
Nice.
paper.
Okay, so he just drew it up. There's no CAD involved or anything.
No, oh no, they don't have to be engineered for this because it's a garage out in California. That's what I was told. So because it's a garage, they didn't have to be engineered, just drawn up.
Okay.
So literally, I just took a piece of printer paper and drew 2 lines of a 2x8, and they're like, okay, good.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do you have an architect or a plan designer to do some of your permits and stuff like that at all, or do you just have your contractor do some basic stuff, especially if you're doing like structural renovations?
Yeah. No, I've worked with one in the past. I built on our property, we built a shop in my house, but I've worked with one in the past for that, but I've never done one with a flip. Like not an architect or CAD drawn plans. I've never done anything like that for any of the flips. I don't think I haven't changed anything structurally. It's more just get in there, floors, paint,
So like tearing
counters,
out
kitchen.
walls, adding walls, you haven't done any of that stuff?
Yeah, no, not out here, no.
Have you done it in Alabama?
Yes, I've added a bedroom out there, and we've gotten some plans done to add a fourth bedroom. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's what I was curious about. Just simply because I've been dealing with the city where I'm at in Washington, and they're just they keep on referring to having a a engineer or
Hmm.
a drafter to put plans together, and just like, why can't I just put a piece of paper together with scale on it? Like, we're not doing anything major. It's just simple stuff.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
just they're so used to dealing with big business coming in and producing all these plans for them and doing this huge like renovation project. And I'm just like, you need to get over yourself. This is
Hmm.
not major.
Yeah,
I can
dealing with
draw up a drawing for you, or I could just explain it even easier.
yeah, Lindsay, I'm sure you're going through a lot of that with all your plans and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the time consuming thing is everything that the supervisor has to come and check it out. That's like 2 weeks
Hmm.
not doing anything, just waiting for California to come, the city to come.
Especially
Oh,
as big as the city down there too.
I think it's on their schedule.
Yeah. Mr. Steven, what's up, sir?
What's up, guys? I think
At
this is the
work, I
first time.
see.
Yeah, I was just cutting hair and I was like, man, I just got a little bit busy, but I'm like, I have a little time. I thought I'd hop on call and like, I told Lindsay I would see her on the out of state investing call. I think this is the first time we're actually talking or on call. So, yeah, no,
Nice.
shout out to her. It's been great, Lindsay. Ever since you told me about the ORAAT crew, it's been great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And
telling everybody that reach out to me.
hey. But actually, Vincent, I was actually gonna ask you a quick question about the that one lender that you kind of sent to everybody. It was
Yeah.
the Turnus lender. Uh, you said they had a $50,000 minimum loan amount. You said,
Yes.
and was there a minimum property value with that? It was 100,000, correct? I'm thinking like the property would be
Here, let me
100,000.
pull that.
If it's a $50,000 loan amount, the property probably can be valued at 69,000 or 70,000.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Sweet. Is that who you're using as well, Lindsay?
No.
See.
I gotta talk to Vincent.
Okay.
So, subject to five. Yeah. So, are you well for the purchase? Would it be just purchase it, put long-term debt on it right there, or are you trying to do like a fix and flip or fix and cash out refi or what?
Just purchase and then just long-term hold. I'm looking
So
at like
then, yeah,
more.
you can buy a $55,000 house with
Oh,
them. They'll
really?
go up to 80% LTV. Yeah.
Okay.
No, because it would be, what's your down payment? 20%?
Yeah,
Oh,
20%.
because the DSCR
And your
wouldn't
loan
cover
would be
actually.
44,000, then that won't
Yes,
qualify.
correct. Sorry, that is, Lindsay, you are right. So yeah, you have to be 80% or 20% above 55.
68,000 or higher.
Yes, I
That
apologize.
purchase
Yes, that's right.
price. Yeah.
Okay, so the property value's got to be about 66,000 minimum
It's
or
68, I think.
68, yeah.
Yeah.
okay. And that's with Turnus, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
I just pulled up the term sheet that you sent, Vincent. They did actually have a line item that says property value of 100,000 minimum. So
Oh, do
maybe, yeah, but maybe you talk to them and I'm pretty sure it could be negotiated. I mean,
Okay.
Where do you see that at? I haven't pulled it.
on the DSCR term sheet, in the middle at the bottom, it says
Oh,
property
yep.
value.
Okay.
Yeah.
But those, you said those could probably be negotiated. Yeah.
It might be. I mean, every lender is different.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Sweet.
it's worth having a
What
conversation
purchase
with them.
prices are you looking at right now?
Sorry, Lindsay, what'd you say
What
there?
purchase price are you looking at?
So I'm looking at around like 90 to 80 to 100, somewhere around like 80 to 100. Yeah.
Where is that?
Pittsburgh.
Okay. I'm gonna send you a prime lending. They go below. They go for 50,000 loan.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's all right. Looking through it more in depth now. Well, anybody have anything else?
Is Lindsay putting that in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Okay,
there
all
you
right.
go.
Appreciate it. Sorry, I was jumping the
worries.
gun.
I'll put the
All
email
right.
too, just in case.
Sweet. I'll put that in.
Okay, thank you all. Have a nice weekend.
Yeah, you guys have a great weekend. Good talking to you guys as always. We'll be here next Friday.
Wait, let me screenshot that. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah,
Everybody all
everybody,
good?
everybody have a good weekend.
Yeah.
I
All right, you guys
I
as
know it's
well.
short meeting you guys and Lindsay. It was I'll see you guys probably next week then.
Okay. Bye, guys.
All right, have a good one.
See you. All right, later.